The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. It's helpful to have, your implements of destruction with you in short order. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 13th day of March 2024, and we knew from the outset of this replay that the American League East was going to be tighter than a Dan Ratherism in a Texas trailer park. And if you thought that was bad, so were Dan Ratherisms on election night and all that. The AL East is a 6-team race as we play the games of May 25th, 1988, and there are 3 games separating the first-place New York Yankees and the 6th-place Boston Red Sox. Really. 3 games. Milwaukee and Detroit is on the offing today, and as someone said to me when we were with you on Monday, that this would be a Bob Costas and Tony Kubek game, and yep, this is a Bob Costas and Tony Kubek game. It is not Jeff Robinson, who wasn't here for picture day, versus Juan Nieves in a moment. The Brewers are 23-20. The Tigers are 21-21. And again, everyone but Baltimore is within 3 games. And even the Orioles are not horrible in 1988, because they were in real life. They're just 8 back. So it is the Brewers and the Tigers on a cold, raining, windy night in Detroit. Who's going to win this division? Anybody could do it. So let's get to it. The Brewers and the Tigers from Detroit next. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1988 today from Tiger Stadium in Detroit, Michigan. It is the Detroit Tigers and the Milwaukee Brewers. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And yep, you see Jeff Robinson's picture is not there. Juan Nieves is, and again, 64 degrees, heavy winds out to left field on this cold, wet, rainy night in Detroit. Good morning, Jeff. How are you? Some of you will be seeing Milwaukee and Detroit, where Bob Costas and Tony Kubek will be calling the game. That's true. Jeff Robinson, 4-2 on the replay, 27 years old. Fastball at 91 and a fly ball pitcher. 6 teams, 3 games apart. It's amazing. Robinson beat the A's 2 weeks ago. He struck out 10 in a 2 weeks vacation, got the win, 8 1/3, 143 pitches, 3 hits, a solo home run. He walked 4 and struck out 10. So 57 1/3 innings, 37 hits, 22 runs, all earned, 7 homers. He's walked 33 and struck out 48. How you doing, Big Dave? Here is the lineup for the Brewers today. Paul Molitor leads off as the DH. B.J. Surhoff, he was a catcher behind the plate, batting second. Again, he isn't there for picture day 2. Robert Yount in center will go third. Greg Brock at first will clean up. Interesting you'd use a guy that hit 6 homers to clean up, but that's what they did. Glenn Braggs in right will bat 5th. Rob Deere in left will go 6th. Ernest Riles at third will bat 7th. Dale Swaim at short goes 8th. And Jim Gantner at second will bat 9th. Robinson can go the distance. 135 or so pitches. Luis Salazar is a 3-3 in left as we set the Tiger defense for you. Gary Pettis a 10-4 in center. Chet Lemon a 7 and an 8 in right. Tom Brookins is a 4 at third. Alan Trammell an 8 at short. It's Whalewander, not Whittaker, at second, and he's at 8. Ray Knight, who I will refrain in not being, say bad things about, is a 2 at first. Zelderon, how are you? Been a while. Doing well. How about you? Mike Heath is a 7 and a 5 behind the plate, and Jeff Robinson a 7 on the mound with a 9.72 fielding percentage. 88 began kind of a downstretch for hitting that lasted through, before the B12 shots took over. Molitor at 304. Oh, by the way, a home run and 17 RBI. Few of Dave streams. Yep, he's loving football. Tribe fan. Mr. Nancy Lopez is a 2 range. Yes. And I'll forgive her for that, okay? Pitch to Molly. Right back to Robinson over to first, and that's how this one starts. Yeah, Dave is loving one of those new football games, and I guess he's played some more APA football last night. Grant Fines' football game, Quick Decks. He's loving that. B.J. Surhoff at 256, no homers and 16 RBI. Popped up, Whale Wander. Sounds like a name that would come up in a fiction generator. Makes the catch 2 away. For Robin Yount, Robin at 296, 8 home runs and 32 RBI. Jeff lines and fires, and Yount draws the 2-out walk. For Greg Brock at 173, 2 homers and 14 RBI. Ground ball to Trammell deep in the hole. Goes to Will Wander for the out, and that will retire the side. Brewers do not score. Half an inning in the books, no score. So it's a lefty, Juan Nieves, making his 9th start. He must get hurt. He only pitches 15 starts on the year. 23 years old, 87, if you remember. They started, 13-0? And he had a no-hitter. Fastball at 91. How you doing, Mike in the truck? Flyball plus pitcher. He's had, surprisingly, in 8 starts, only 2 quality starts, but his ERA is under 4. Recently grabbed Action PC Golf at Zelda Run on sale. You're enjoying it more than you thought you would. Yep, you can do the 3-click with that, and hopefully you're enjoying it. Lots and lots of free courses. Nieves last pitched against these Tigers in Milwaukee 8 days ago in a 4-1 loss. Going through 1996, Tigers rookie year. I looked at that for a second and went, Detroit Tigers? Like, nope, that's Mr. Woods. How you doing, midlife crisis? Nieves in that loss, 6 innings, 100 pitches, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. A home run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Overall, Nieves 44 innings, 34 hits, 19 runs, 5 are all those earned, 5 homers, 25 walks, and 28 strikeouts. I had a dream last night about Mike in the truck. Let's go through the Tiger lineup for you. So far, so good, John says. Gary Pettis leads off in center for Detroit. Tom Brookins at third will bat second. It is Luis Salazar. I got that right. He'll go third in left field. Alan Trammell at short cleans up. Chet Lemon in right will bat fifth. Larry Herndon is the DH. He'll bat sixth. Ray Knight at first will go seventh. Mike Heath behind the plate, batting eighth. And it's Jim Whale Wander. Only had 175 at-bats in 88 games. At second, batting ninth. And Nieves can go about 105 pitches. Defensively for the Tigers, for the Brewers rather, Rob Deere a 6 and a 9 in left, Robin Yount an 8 and a 4 in center, Glenn Braggs an 8 and a 4 in right. Ernie Riles is a 5 at third, Dale Swaim a 5 at short, Jim Gantner a 6 at second, Greg Brock a 4 at first, B.J. Surhoff a 4 and a 5 behind the plate, and Nieves a 7 on the mound with a .947 fielding percentage. Pettis at 218, 3 doubles and 10 RBI. So I had a dream I was visiting Mike in the truck, which would be surprising to both him and I. Pitch to Pettis. Struck him out. Nieves can strike batters out. 2-2 fastball got him looking. Here's Brookins. Tom at 240, a home run and 6 RBI. And he had access to a football game That would make the designers of Madden blush with the graphics. Fly ball, right center field. Back goes Braggs, but Glenn will get there. And Brookins turned an ankle, getting out of the box. And so he is going to be out. And so we'll have to replace the third baseman. That'll be interesting in a moment. 2 out for Salazar. Louis at 267, 3 triples, and 7 RBI. I mean, the graphics on this football game were mind-blowing. And because I've been watching some of Steve Tate's Draft League stuff, it was a Draft League football game. And they were playing their games on Netflix. Pitch to Salazar in the shallow right center. Yount moving over will make the catch. And that'll do it. And Forrest says graphics is all about that Madden game has. Yep, I agree with that. No runs, no hits, the air to Brookins, and after 1, no score. So who's going to play third? Well, we're going to move Will Wander to third. And Lou Whitaker will come in the ball game and bat second. Because really, if you're going to do it's a fine game for what it is. If you're going to do a Tigers game from the 80s, you got to have Trammell and Whitaker together. So here is the new Detroit defense. Will Wander at third, Trammell at short. How you doing, Scotty? Whitaker at second. We missed you Monday for the Dodgers. And Knight at first. And Braggs at 272, 5 homers and 21 RBI. In the left field, Pettis coming in, makes the catch for the out. So Will Wander a 3 at third, and Whitaker is an 8 at second. Rob Deere hitting 226, 9 homers, and 31 RBI. I guess Mike in the truck fell asleep. And there's a fly ball left field. Salazar by the bullpen will make the catch, 2 out. Ernie Riles hitting 279, 4 doubles and 9. No, he heard me. Okay. I think he's just kind of in shock. 9 RBI for Ernest. Because there's an importance of being Ernest. Up the middle, Whitaker can't get there, and that's a base hit. So the first hit of the ball game belongs to Milwaukee. And now bring up Dale Swaim, hitting 220, 2 homers, and 14 RBI. So next week, we'll have a Monday game for you. We're going to stream something else on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we'll have our Memorial Day doubleheader. Because that's where we are in this replay. Riles, good speed on first. There he goes, the throw down to Trammell, and he can't get him. So Riles gets his 3rd steal of the season. Now 1 strike count, 2 out for Swaim. Jeff Robinson, by the way, a 13-game winner in real life for the Tigers. Got him. 0-2 on the inside corner. Not sure what he was looking for, but he got a fastball. Brewers have left on 2. They get a hit. That's it. And after an inning and a half, no score. So Trammell, Lemon, and Herndon. They are fun to do. We intentionally do 3 a year. The holiday ones. Swaim is one of those easy names to say without hearing it pronounced. Yep. And of course, that's a V and not a W. Trammell, 261, 8 homers, and 28 RBI. Right back up the box. Hits it to Swaim. Over to Brock, and that's an error. So Trammell's going to reach. It gets away from Brock. And for Swaim, that's his 7th error of the year in 40 games. It goes into the Tiger dugout, and Trammell is on second. Actually, the first base dugout was the visitors, right? Goes into the dugout. Trammell on second. Here's Lemon. Chester at 252, 9 homers, and 34 RBI. I hope Dave's feeling better. He wasn't yesterday. Last night, I went to finish something for Jamie and then do something else. And for about an hour, I just felt like hot steaming garbage. Fly ball, left field. Back goes Deere, way back there. And Rob will make the catch. And Trammell's going to go to third. Deere has a good arm. It's Fame. Didn't Irene Cara do that song? It's Fame. I'm going to play short forever. I'm going to learn how to field. It's going to go to third to throw to Riles. Trammell in there. Baby, remember mine. Larry Herndon hitting 264. People unclicking as we go along. No homers and 6 RBI. Runner on third, 1 out. Pitch to Herndon. Struck him out. That's 2 for Nieves. He got him to look at a 1-2 curveball, a fastball. So here's Knight. Ray at 250, a home run and 8 RBI. Down the line and left, that's going to drop. Trammell's going to score. 1-0 Tigers. Knight glides into second with his 3rd double of the year. And somewhere on a practice green in Wilmington, Delaware, Nancy Lopez smiles. So here is Mike Heath. Mike at 188, a home run and 5 RBI. 1-0 Detroit. Little chopper down to third. Riles will have it. It's going to have to hurry because that grass is thick. And Heath beat it out. So on the bang banger, advantage Tigers. And so they have 2 on, 2 out for Jim Whalewander, who, despite that name that goes all the way around to the back of his jersey, is not even a household name in his own house. He's hitting 136, 3 for 22. Overall, 211 and 6 RBI. Until he was replaced by the slick fielding Jose Valentin. John's not bitter or anything. So runners on the corners, 2 out, 1-0 Tigers. Whalewander in the right. Braggs will track it down and make the catch. Again, the weather here is not good. 64 degrees, winds blowing hard out to left at 23. I'm trying to think of the orientation of Tiger Stadium. That would be away from Windsor, I think, in a light rain. Jim Gantner hitting 346. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Brewers here in the third. Jim has 2 triples and 21 RBI. Tigers got that run on 2 hits in the Milwaukee error, and they've now left on 2. Up the middle, past Whittaker for a base hit. Gantner is in the second standing. Good hustle, and that's the second Brewer hit. Pettis had a good arm, couldn't quite cut it off. Opening 9 for Robinson, 40 pitches, 2+ innings, 2 hits, no runs, a walk and a strikeout. Molly is 0 for 1. And he draws the walk. So first and second, nobody out. Oh, wait. It was a... Now, here's a rare play. It was a wild pitch on ball 4, and Gantner moves all the way to third. You don't see that often. That's a cool, clever way to do a rare play. So it was ball 4 to Molitor, and it got away from Heath, and so Gantner will take the extra base. So runners on the corners. Nobody out for Surhoff, who's 0 for 1. Chopped up the middle, Robinson. Was that a bunt? I think that was a bunt. Whittaker is there, and it's 1-4 on the sacrifice. With not a squeeze, Gantner held, and Molitor moves up to second. Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. It's always, one of the great things about this game, is that it will throw them in and be quite cheeky about it. Someone on Facebook the other day posted that they had a 72-minute fan disturbance. That, it rolled fan disturbance instead of rain delay. Those I really don't like, but yep, every once, just often enough for it to be truly rare. Robin Yount walked his first time up. So second and third, one out after the sacrifice by Surhaw. Yount struck him out. A full count curveball caught the black. Well, Zelderon in disturbance. I believe that was in the force. Here's Greg Brock, 2 out. He's 0 for 1. Fly ball, left field. Salazar, even with the wind blowing out, will make the catch, and Milwaukee strands too. So no runs, a hit, a wild pitch, and it all does not hurt. We go to the bottom of the third here in Detroit. Tigers 1, Brewers nothing. It helps that John's doing a 3-team replay, but you've seen the wild pitch walk strikeout quite often. Oh, interesting. Remind me again who you're playing? Gary Pettis struck out his first time up. Nieves opening 9-33. Pitches 2 innings. 2 hits. The run was earned and a strike. No, the run was not earned. And he is struck out too. A pass ball wild walk and strikeout. Pettis draws the walk, and with his speed, he's a threat. 74 Reds, Phils, and Rangers. 74, a sneakily hidden gem. Lots of, I think all 4 races were within 5 games. Why the Rangers? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, great season. Whittaker at 248, he came in for Tom Brookins, who was injured, rolled an ankle. 5 home runs for Lou and 10 RBI. Pettis, as soon as Nieves throws over, will go. He throws over, and Pettis is picked off. Miska Buska Basketeer. Got him. So that is the first out. Jamie has had a wild pitch, walk, and an E2 on a runner going to second. All in action, PC? Oh, Billy Ball. Okay. Wow, Jamie. We got Billy, if you remember, over the winner. A World Series win with the 72 Tigers. So, no count to Whittaker. Lefty versus lefty, which is why he wasn't playing. That's a base hit past Gantner. And so, he thought he was having the day off, and he leads off his afternoon with a single, or an evening. Luis Salazar is 0 for 1. The Avis deals. That's a base hit in the left center field. Deere will cut it off. And Whittaker's trying for third. They got him nailed. My goodness. Salazar now has a 10-game hitting streak. Whittaker really wasn't paying much attention to where he was. Rounded second. And Deere has a good arm. He has a 9 arm out there. He saw Whittaker was about 15 feet off the bag. And a good throw. And Swain got him. Or Gantner with the tag. So it's going to go 7-4. So 2 out. The Tigers making a mess of it here in the third. Trammell's 0 for 1. Line drive past Gantner into center field. Yeah, a pickoff on first and a pickoff on second. Salazar will get third. Yount just flips it back in there. You don't ever really see that, a pickoff at second. 6 games left in John's replay. 74. Reds are up a half game on the Dodgers. Phils are tied with the Cardinals. Gibson is still on that team. one game back of the Pirates, who just took over first from the Cards yesterday. And the Rangers are tied with the A's, game and a half back to the White Sox, who in real life fought the A's all season long. And, of course, the play-by-play voice of the White Sox that year was one Harry Caray. Holy cow. Holy cow. So Lemon is 0 for 1. Strange inning, this one. Salazar on third, Trammell on first. Nieves deals, and Lemon draws the walk. So the Tigers have had 2 runners thrown out on the bases. Here's Larry Herndon. He struck out his first time up. Bases loaded. Nieves kind of scuffling his way through here. Gets away from Surhoff, and everybody moves up 90. You win on the base pass and you lose on the base pass apparently today. Salazar scores 2-0. And if Herndon can get a single on a full count to him, they can score 2. Lemon is average speed. Ball 4. So Nieves has lost the script here in the third, despite the fact his defense has given him 2 outs. Here's Knight. Ray doubled. Homer run in the second. He's 1 for 1. In the right, Bragg's in the corner by the pens and will make the catch to retire the side. The Tigers have left them loaded. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. They get the run, and it's 2-0 Detroit. So Braggs, Deere, and Riles at the plate. Glenn is 0 for 1. In the left, into that wind, and Salazar makes the catch. In real life, I didn't realize that you'd responded. The Red Sox blew the AL East to the Yankees until the Orioles caught fire. In my replay and John's replay, the Red Sox paced the division, but up 12 games on September 1st over the Yanks. The Yankees are 5 back with 6 to play. The O's never caught fire. They're struggling with 500. Interesting. I'd forgotten the Red Sox pulled the Red Sox in 74. Rob Deere's 0 for 1. Struck him out. A 1-2 fastball in there at the knees. 2 out. Third strikeout for Robinson. I'm sure Scotty will slip you an extra 50 if the Dodgers win the division. Just saying. Ernie Riles singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Whittaker. He'll grab it over tonight, and that will retire the side. We've played 3.5 here at Rainy Tiger Stadium. It's Detroit 2, Milwaukee nothing. The Yanks and Sox are now playing a 3-game set. The Rangers are playing a 4-game. Ooh, nice against the White Sox. Apparently everyone left. So we weren't kidding about the American League East being tight. The Yankees a half game up on Cleveland, 1 up on Milwaukee, a game and a half on Toronto, who was playing better as of late. The Tigers are at 500. The checks at the bail. The Tigers are 2.5 back. The Red Sox are 3 back. And remember, they won't catch fire until after Joe Morgan takes over. And even the Orioles are 8.5 back. In the American League West, Kansas City, a game up on Minnesota, 2 on Oakland, and Seattle's is 3.5 back. Yep, the Orioles need to get hot, and we'll be right back. The Orioles are not good, but remember, this is a team that dropped their first, 23 in real life? Apparently, that suctitude belongs to the Braves. In the National League East, the Mets have a game lead on Pittsburgh. In the West, Cincinnati 2 up on the Dodgers. And then everyone else. And Jeff's Yankees are on top. Wade Boggs can't be found. He's hitting .404. Milwaukee leads the American League in ERA at 3.42. And Detroit is third in fielding at 9.82. So Heath singled his first time up. 2-0 Tigers, bottom of the fourth. Right field. Braggs, foul territory, makes the catch. 1 out for Whale Wander, who's 0 for 1. In the left center, Yount has to ride the Swin, riding hard, makes the catch, 2 out. So that'll bring up Gary Pettis, opening 18 for Nieves. It's been an adventure so far. 76 pitches, 3 2/3, 5 hits, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. None of the runs are earned, as it came on a pass ball, right? Gary Pettis is 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out. Up the middle, past Gantner for a base hit. So the Tigers are making good contact. That's their 6th hit. Whittaker singled his first time up. Gary has 18 steals on the year. They throw to first. Gary got picked off his last time up. Now he can go. But old Sparky's going to be careful here. Fly ball, right field. Braggs dodges the raindrops and makes a good catch where the bullpen benches. And after 4, no runs a hit. The Tigers have now left on 6. They lead at 2-0. Swaim, remember his name. Gantner and Molitor here in the 5th to face Robinson. Dale is 0 for 1. Base hit, right field. Lemon will grab it. So only the 3rd hit for the Brewers. Gantner doubled his first time up. Fly ball, left field. Salazar coming in and makes the catch. The wind has dropped to 15. It's still raining, 60 degrees. Not a very comfortable night for the last week of May. Here's Molitor. He walked and is 0 for 1. Robinson, 18 batters, 83 pitches. This will not be a complete game for him. 4 1/3, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And he draws the walk. So first and second, 1 out for Surhoff. BJ's 0 for 1, and then he had to sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. Heath and Robinson have a word. Line drive to Trammell, and Swaim has to go back to the bag. 2 out for Yount. Robin has walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Center field, Pettis goes way back there, and Yount has put this one in the upper deck. My goodness, a 3-run shot that all Gary could do is turn and watch it go, and the Brewers go up 3-2. A bit further than 402 feet. Wow, that ball was crushed. A rainmaker on a rainy night in Corktown. On May 25th, the Orioles in real life were 9-36. So they are 7 games better than they were in real life. Here's Brock. Greg is 0 for 2. 2 out. Fly ball, right field. Lemon in the pens will make the catch, and we're halfway home on a cool, breezy day here in Burlington. Milwaukee, 3 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Halfway home on a Wednesday afternoon. Brewers 3, Tigers 2. Yep. They are still hot stinking garbage. For sure. But still, 6 games better. They're not overripened meat garbage. They're just banana peel garbage. Genesis late 3-2 Brewers. Detroit, Tom Brookins was hurt, rolled his ankle on a fly ball in the first. In the second, Ray Knight doubled home Alan Trammell to make a 1-0 Tigers. In the third, Luis Salazar singled has a 10-game hitting streak, and also scored on a pass ball by B.J. Surhoff, which is why the other run for Detroit is unearned. 2-0, and then just a moment ago, Robin Yount smashed one deep into the second deck in left center field, 402 feet, to make it a 3-2 ball game. So Juan Nieves hasn't given up an earned run. He's allowed 6 hits through 4. And Jeff Robinson has given up 3 runs on that one pitch, 4-hitter through 5. So Salazar, Trammell, and Lemon, 3, 4, and 5 for the Tigers here in the 5th. Louis 1 for 2 and the run scored. Left field, Deere makes the catch for the out. Alan Trammell is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Your guess is as good as mine who is going to win the AL East here in this replay. I told you right from the start, I didn't think Cleveland was out of it. I don't know if they finish it. And wouldn't it be something if the Orioles won? Pitch to Trammell. Ball 4. So 1 out walk. 4 for 1. Here's Lemon. He's walked an 0 for 1. Struck him out. Nieves got him on a 2-2 fastball looking. So 2 out. Larry Herndon at the plate. Larry has walked and struck out. Left center. Yount races in, makes the catch, and that'll do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors. The Tigers have left on 7, and as we go to the 6th, they trail the Brewers 3-2. So Braggs, Deere, and Riles to face Robinson here in the 6th. Glenn is 0 for 2. Struck him out. He chased a 1-2 fastball, and that's the 4th for Jeff. So Rob Deere, who has struck out 48 times in 43 games, is 0 for 2. Draws the walk. That's almost a beer league walk, isn't it? Deere has good speed. Here's Riles. Ernest 1 for 2. Singled and stole a base. Deere goes. He throws down to Trammell, and Rob has his 4th steal. Wow. And so I'll say it now. In Milwaukee, nothing runs like Rob Deere. The old Wanda Riles. Ground ball to Trammell. See what Deere takes it to the bag himself and throws to first. So they get Deere. They did. Deere got tagged off a second. He literally got caught in the headlights, and he got tagged out by Trammell, who completed the double play. Well, this one's not going to go in the Tom Amansky School of Baseball Fundamentals, is it? 3 base runners have been caught off the bag in this ball game. We go to the bottom of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's still the Brewers 3, the Tigers 2. So Knight, Heath, and Whalewander to face Nieves here in the 6th. And the Brewers' pen is getting loose out there. Knight 1 for 2, a double, and an RBI. Struck him out. He chased a 2-2 curve. 4 for Nieves. Mike Heath is 1 for 2. Mike has a single. Laces this one to left. Deere will make the catch off the hop. 7th hit for the Tigers, and that'll bring up Will Wander, who can bunt, and that's what we're going to do. So Will Wander 0 for 2 is going to square, drops it down to Yavis, goes to Gantner covering at first, and it's a good there. And we're going to get a pitching change as Juan Nieves' day is done. Paul Mirabella, the former Brave, coming in. And so they stay with the lefty. Mirabella making his 5th appearance of the year, 34 years old. Fastball at 85, a ground ball pitcher. Last pitched against the Jays 3 days ago in a 6-3 loss. Went 1 inning in 15 pitches. He went 2 1/3 against the Tigers in Milwaukee on the 18th in an 18-2 win. That is, somebody got Christmas treed in that game. Overall for Paul, 5 1/3, a hit, a run it was earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 1. So Gary Pettis 1 for 2, a single, a walk and a strikeout. Heath on second, 2 out, bottom of the 6th, 3-2 Brewers. Mirabella over to Brock for the out. So we go to the 7th, no runs, a hit. The Tigers have left on 8, and it's Milwaukee 3, Detroit 2. I think it was Jamie the other day that was joking about this being a Bob and Tony game. Could you just see, you can just kind of hear Kubek going off about the bad base running in this game. So rare to have so many base runners thrown out, caught off the bag and such. Swaim is 1 for 2. He has singled, scored, and struck out. Ground ball foul, first base side. And the count is 0-2. Into right center, back goes Pettis. Gary running over, makes the catch, 1 out. For Jim Gantner, who was 1 for 2 with the double. Speaking of Bob Costas, pitch to Gantner. Ground ball to first. Knight underhands it to Robinson for the out. And there's 2 out. If you've ever watched the Washington Capitals and their home broadcaster, he is a Bob Costas clone. So if you've ever wondered how Bob Costas would call hockey, it's go watch a Caps game. Paul Molitor is 0 for 1. He has walked twice. Robinson 27 batters, 6 2/3, 4 hits. The home run, he's walked 4 and struck out 4. In the right, Lemon, foul territory, which is plentiful, makes the catch. Stretch time, 3-2 Brewers. Yeah, John says, I know you can find Costas doing ABA, Spirit of St. Louis games on YouTube. Winiger 1 for 2 with a single. In 1979-80, the year I lived in New Mexico, Costas called Bulls games on WGN. Ground ball to Brock for the out. Here's Salazar. Louis 1 for 3 with a run scored. And so in that offseason for the Cubs, you've got Jack Brickhouse, Milo Hamilton, Vince Lloyd, and Lou Boudreau calling the Cubs games. Vince Lloyd calling the hockey games for the Blackhawks, and Bob Costas doing the basketball games. Pitch to Salazar. Popped up. Yount, center field, makes the catch. 2 out for Trammell. Allen 1 for 2. He has singled, scored, and walked. To third, Riles has it over to Brock. And that will retire the side. We go to the 8th here at Tiger Stadium. Brewers 3, Tigers 2. So Surhoff, Yount, and Brock to face Robinson, who's probably down to a base runner, although he's gone 7. BJ's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. That's in the left. That's going to rattle around the corner. Salazar will grab it. BJ has at least 2. Will Wander's range is not all that good. He should have had it and didn't. And Surhoff is into second with the 7th double of the season. So here's Yount. Robin 1 for 2. He homered in the 5th, his last time up, by the flagpole in left center. This won't be a home run. That's popped up. Trammell on the grass. 1 out. So here's Brock. Greg is 0 for 3. So I guess the year that Vin Scully kind of yelled at the Dodgers in a game wasn't this one, because Brock was already gone and in Milwaukee. Fly ball, center field. Pettis and Trammell converge, and Gary makes the catch, and BJ glues himself. He's going to third. Never mind, he's glued himself to the bag, and he gets there without a throw. So 2 out for Braggs. Glenn is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So they're going to get 8 out of Robinson unless Bragg singles here. Gets away from Heath, and Surhoff's going to score. So the wild pitch, 2-2 curve, found the dirt and skipped over Heath's glove. And so Milwaukee is up 4-2. I think Mr. Robinson is quite nonplussed about the situation. Full count pitch to Braggs. Fly ball right field. Lemon will make the catch, and that will retire the side. The Brewers going to run on the wild pitch, a hit and no errors. And after 7.5, it's Milwaukee 4, Detroit 2. So Lemon, Herndon, and Knight to face the lefty Mirabella here in the 8th. Chet is walked and struck out. He's 0 for 2. Struck him out. First for Mirabella. 2-2 changeup. Got him in there at the knees. Strike 3. Larry Herndon is 0 for 2. He has walked and struck out. You notice I talked about the dream I had with Mike in the truck. I'm sure I've got DMs now. What are you doing? What did I do before bed last night? Pitch to Herndon. Struck him out. And so that'll do it for Mirabella. Chuck Krim, no relation to Mort, coming into pitch. An 0-2 curve got him. 2 out here in the 8th, 4-2 Brewers. So Krim, 27 years old. He has lost his last 3 decisions. Fastball at 87 and a fly ball pitcher. Hopefully John wasn't driving when I made the rare Mort Krim reference in the stream. He last pitched on the 22nd against the Jays. Took the loss in a 6-3 ball game. Inning in 2/3, 42 pitches, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a home run. He walked 2 and struck out 2. In 28 1/3 innings, 34 hits, 18 runs, 16 earned, 6 home runs. He walked 9 and struck out 14. So, not great numbers. Technically, well, he actually has saved 4 out of 6. But he only had 9 saves in 70 real-life appearances. 2 out for Ray Knight. Who we got? We're going to pinch hit. Who can hit a righty? Going to be Dave Bergman. Bergman, as a pinch hitter, hitting 133. Overall, hitting 283, a home run and 6 RBI. Center field. Yount. Going back there. Well hit, but will make the catch. So the wind is picked back up. It has rained all the way through. We go to the ninth. No runs, no hits, and no errors. It's the Brewers 4, the Tigers 2. Now I'll do it for Jeff Robinson. Man, that bullpen is light. There's only 3 arms out there. Righty, lefty, switchy. Don Heinkel will come in. Don is 29. Fastball at 91 and a fly ball plus pitcher, making his 9th appearance. He last pitched against the Brewers a week ago. It's a fun year, Forrest. Cards and dice or computer. Inning in a third on that night where they got pounded 18-2. 39 pitches, 2 hits, 2 runs, just 1 earned and 3 strikeouts. 14 in the third innings for Don. 11 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, and 16 strikeouts. Deere, Riles, and Swaim here in the ninth for Milwaukee. 4 runs, 5 hits, an error for the Brewers. And they have left on 4. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and the Tigers have left on 8. Deere is 0 for 2. Oh, cards and dice, cool. A walk and a strikeout. And I'm missing a first baseman. Darrell Evans will come in. He's a 4. So interesting that of the 4 starting infielders for the Tigers, only Alan Trammell is at the same position he was when the game started. And Jim Adducci's going to pinch hit? Why? No. Fly ball, left field. Salazar will turn and watch that one go. See. So Deere with a solo home run, his 10th of the year. Sometimes you just ignore what the computer wants to do. Who would you play besides the Padres, Forrest? That ball was crushed. So the Brewers have a 5-2 lead. Here's Riles, earning 1 for 3. He has singled and stolen a base. Line drive, Heinkel is there. 1 out. Here's Fame. He's 1 for 3. He has singled, struck out, and scored. Into right, Lemon. 2 out. A fantastic play as Lemon, who has played in every game out there so far, laid out to make the catch. It has rained all the way through. That outfield is soggy. Here's Gantner. Jim got a double in the first, or his first time up rather. He's 1 for 3. In the left, the opposite way, Salazar is there, and that'll do it. So the Brewers get the solo homer for... Why would you pinch hit or replace Deere? He's a good fielder. Sometimes decisions are weird. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors on the solo homer. Bottom of the ninth, 5-2 Milwaukee. So the Tigers need 3 to tie, 4 to win. Heath, 2 for 3. Has singled twice. Cardinals are the Angels. Yep, and good matchups. On the schedule. Yep. To short. Swaim to Brock. 1 out. So here's Whale Wander. Who have I got? Okay, who can hit a righty? On the ninth, Matt Noakes. Noakes has not pinch hit. 330, 6 homers, and 20 RBI. Krim deals. Base hit left field. Deere will throw it back in. And now bring up Pettis. Gary 1 for 3. He has walked and struck out. And Sparky, looking at that card, says draw a walk. Krim has walked 9 in 29 innings. And you can call my 1-900 number and talk to Miss Cleo after that. Ball 4. 4 wide ones. And now bring up Whittaker, who's now the tying run. Lou is 1 for 3 with a single. So Noakes on second. And Pettis on first. And now, who can I have to pinch run? I'm replacing center, left, right, second, short, third. They'll bring in Jim Morrison to pinch run because if the game goes on, he would be the third baseman. And Milwaukee's going to take out Chuck Krim and bring in Dan Plesac, the closer. Sackman is 26. Slider at 91 and a ground ball plus pitcher, making his 9th appearance on the year. He is 5 for 5 in save chances. Pitched last night, 6 pitches, 1 inning, and a 3-1 win to notch his 6th save, or 5th save. 6 innings, 7 hits, an unearned run. That came against the Indians on the 14th. A walk and 3 strikeouts. He needs 2 outs. And it's going to be very hard, however, to double up the speedy Pettis. Lefty versus lefty. Whittaker will stay in. He's 1 for 3. Gets away from Surhoff, and everybody moves up 90. And this crowd here at Tiger Stadium is starting to feel it. Salazar on deck, and then Trammell in the hole. And a 3-ball count to Whittaker. Plesac. Deep breath. Struck him out. He battled from a 3-0 deficit in the count and then got Whittaker to look at 3 strikes. How about that? A full count fastball. Whittaker checked the swing and he went. So last chance saloon. Morrison on third, Pettis on second, and Salazar, who has power, at the plate. He is 1 for 4 with a run scored and a single. Plesac, again, he got down 3-0 in the count and then got 3 good strikes. So last chance saloon for the Tigers. 2 out. 5-2 Brewers. Struck him out and the ball game's over. An 0-2 fastball, and Salazar stood there like a barn on the side of the road. The Brewers win this one by the score of 5-2. The whiff. So 3 hours and 29 fake minutes. Milwaukee goes to 24-20. 5 runs, 6 hits, and an error, and they leave on 4. The Tigers, 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. They fall to 21-22. And they left on 10. Nieves gets the win. 4-2, 5 2/3. You two, Jeff, 7 hits, 2 runs, none earned. He walked 4 and struck out 4. Mirabella, 2 good innings, 2 clean innings. Krim and Plesac all hold the door closed. Robinson takes the loss. 8 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Robin Yount is going to be your Digital Dice MVP. It was his 3-run homer in the 5th that put the Brewers up to stay. Robinson walked 4 and struck out 4. So at the moment, Tigers are tied with the Red Sox at 3 back. Milwaukee is a half game behind the Yankees. The rest of this 25th of May in baseball, Cardinals beat the Reds 4-1. McWilliams 4-0. Mario Soto falls to 2-6. Tom Bernansky 2 for 2, a double and a stolen base. Atlanta goes into Wrigley Field and beats the Cubs 5-2. Now everyone pass out at once. Alvarez 1-0. Capel is 0-1. Dale Murphy 2 for 5, his 4th of the year with a double. How about this? The Orioles shut out the A's 5-0. Williamson 4-5. Bob Welch falls to 4-5. Jim Dwyer 2 for 3. Ron Darling 4 hits the Giants. I'll take that check there, Mr. Howard. 3-0. Darling goes to 5-2. He strikes out 6. Lacoste had 2 of the 4 hits for San Francisco and takes the loss. He's 0-5. San Diego beats Montreal 5-4. Forrest starts jumping up and down. Eddie Whitson goes to 4-4. Denny Martinez 3-5. Hubie Brooks 2 for 4, hits his 5th and drives in 2. Phillies beat the Dodgers 7-4. Glens Falls, New York's David Palmer 2-4. Tim Leary turned off his mind, relaxed, and went downstream. Falls to 6-2. Phil Bradley 2 for 4, 2 RBI and a double. Houston downs Pittsburgh 7-3. Bob Nepper 3-1. Dunn 2-4. Darnell Coles hits his first 2 for 4 and 2 RBI. Jays down the Rangers 6-4. Jim Clancy 4-3. Jeff Russell falls to 1-1. Kelly Gruber 3 for 4, his 4th of the year, and steals a base. Kansas City downs Minnesota 9-3. Mark Gubicza 4-4. Bert Blyleven falls to 2-5. Mike McFarland hits his 4th 2 for 3 and drives in 2. White Sox over the Indians 5-2. Davis 2-1. Future Red Sox pitching coach John Farrell 4-3. Mel Hall 3 for 3, 2 doubles and a stolen base. Yankees down the Angels 7-1. Charlie Hudson 3-0. Dan Petrie 3-7. Ricky Henderson 3 for 5 and a stolen base. Last but not least, the Mariners beat the Red Sox in 13, 4-3. Moore 5-3. Lee Smith 3-5. Henry Cotto 1 for 5, hits a 6th and drives in 2. Tomorrow we'll have for you the Yankees and the Mariners, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Tommy John and Tallulah Bankhead. And then Monday we'll have the Red Sox and the A's for you. And then the Memorial Day doubleheader, Dodgers, Mets, A's, and Yankees. That'll do it. I'm Ron Zuckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time. So long, everybody.